How's it going, y'all? This is McFrostyBoy, and in this video we're going to show you how to work more effectively with your teammates in Apex Legends. Since our last video, we reached over 100 subscribers to the channel, and I'm so grateful to everyone for their support. The Frosty Friends community has grown by leaps and bounds thanks to you all, and I'm so excited for what lies ahead for us. Once again, your support on Reddit did so much to help get the word out about our last video. We wound up peaking at second on the trending page of the Apex University subreddit and also held first place for the top post of the day. I'm asking again for your help by upvoting the post link below. Every little bit goes a long way, so thank you again in advance. You can also support me by pressing the like button, commenting, and subscribing to the channel. If you're interested in taking a deeper dive on any topics related to the game, you can also join your fellow Frosty friends on my Twitch stream or in our Discord server.
He's coming free.
Oh my god! We're going to start with the concept of trading aggro, or enemy attention. At the beginning of our first example, I'm in the most forward position of our squad, and I am directly attacking the Bangalore. The threat of me approaching and closing a knock on her with the Mastiff is enough to divert enemy attention toward me so that Mirage, played by T-Rex, has an opportunity to fill their shields. Once I get my shields broken, I trade aggro with T-Rex by void walking away from the enemies. Now, it's much harder for the enemies to chase me without having to deal with him first. After finishing my heal, I prepare to re-engage to help take some aggro off T-Rex and to cover Bloodhound as they finish their heal. After the crypto ult, I know the enemies get close enough to hear T-Rex healing, so I start trying to figure out where they will attempt to push from. The first enemy targets T-Rex, so my responsibility now is to exploit the fact that there is no attention directed at me and to go for big damage on the enemies. After getting a knock, I hold down the position and wait for one of my teammates to heal or shield swap, but it turns out the enemy team doesn't have enough HP for that to really be necessary. The tip that can be learned from this example is to alternate between positioning to attract enemy aggro in order to cover your teammates and repositioning to trade away aggro so that you can focus on healing or dealing damage to enemies instead. Our next example demonstrates how we can use our team's collective sightlines to achieve more option coverage over the enemy. At the start of the clip, I establish a foothold at the top of the stairs and get some damage on the caustic. Knowing that Crypto, played by our friend Illy, is falling behind, I swing out to the left so that it's easier for Crypto to occupy the sightline at the top of the stairs. Now, I can cover the left side of the box and Illy can cover the right. The caustic peaks a little too wide to the right and I shift my aim to punish him for doing so. With Illy at the top of the stairs, his sightline covers my approach, so if things go poorly, I can retreat into his covering fire. I thirst the caustic because I don't hear any enemies nearby and then climb to the height on the building. I distract the two enemies by staying near to them while also using cover, so my teammates have an opportunity to climb up behind me safely. My teammates open two new sightlines on the roof, so I drop down and open the door below the enemies, preparing to cover their retreat. It pays off with the Wraith, but my desire to squad wipe gets me punished for making a predictable push on the Pathfinder. Regardless, my two teammates actually know what they're doing, unlike me, and clean up the 2v1 versus the weakened Pathfinder. The main thing to learn from this example is to remain aware of what options your teammates are covering and to change your sightlines to further limit the options available to the enemy squad. In our final example, we're going to focus on figuring out what our teammates are trying to do and taking action to support those efforts. We start by taking height before our Bangalore takes big damage from an enemy who is also on height. Now, Bang's going to want to get back into cover and heal, so I make it a point to track down the enemy that is also on height. I deal big damage to the Bloodhound's HP. Meanwhile, my teammates engage the enemies below. I hear them down an enemy, and I know that the layout of this building makes it easy for enemies to put a lot of doors between themselves and my team, making it hard for my teammates to successfully clean up this fight. I keep the height to make sure the Bloodhound isn't trying to run a heal up here before continuing to the opposite end of the building to help my teammates beat the door plate that I'm expecting from the enemy. This is what seems to be happening as I walk into the center room. Just my presence on this side of the door causes the Bloodhound to panic and push into my two teammates before getting knocked. When my teammate walks through the thermite to kill the Pathfinder, I also do so since I want to make sure that the Pathfinder isn't able to isolate us from one another. The key takeaway from this example is that I was focused on finding positions and angles of attack that would help my teammates accomplish their goals, making us more effective as a squad overall. Well, that's it for today. As always, I want to point out that my playstyle isn't the only one in Apex Legends. If you've got footage and would like to feature in a video, make sure to head on over to the Discord server for details on how to make a submission. I want to help you all improve at Apex Legends, and I need your help to get this content to the rest of the community. So like, comment, subscribe, hop in the stream, join our Discord, and keep being your best self. Thanks for watching, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.